Hey everybody, so today we're going to switch gears a little bit and we're going to talk about our feet. So besides just standing on them and them being a little bit stinky, they actually serve a couple of really important purposes. So what they do is they provide support for the rest of the body, they help us balance, and they absorb ground reaction forces up through the rest of our skeleton. A big part of how our feet function is determined by what we put on them. We have a lot of options for footwear, from thick-soled runners to high-heeled shoes. We need to pick some shoes that are going to give our feet some really good function, and it's going to allow us to be a lot better at training or whatever we're doing in our day. So here at Vegas, we recommend a couple different things for training footwear. What you want is you want a flexible sole, you want it to be thin, and you want to be able to feel the ground through it. So this here is actually a really good example of a good training shoe. What I like about it is it has a really wide toe box here, which allows for toe spread. You can see it's super flexible, both side to side and front and back. And it's got a nice thin sole. You can feel the ground really well through it. This one is a Nike free for anybody who's interested, but there is a lot of other shoes out there that are maybe less expensive. You just have to look for those kind of three things, and that's gonna give you a really good training shoe. Let's take a look at what happens to the rest of our body's posture when our feet aren't neutral. So what happens here, first I'm gonna show you when we're overly supinated. So that means that our heels come in, the top of our ankle comes out. You can see here that my knees are kind of bending outwards like this. My lower leg and my femurs are rotated outwards. And then to compensate for this, I have to posterior pelvic tilt too much. And now I'm overusing the outside of my quads, and I'm not able to use the inside of them at all. And it's also super uncomfortable. So that was an extreme example, but some people, like, you can tell when they're lifting weights that their weight, like, they don't have any weight under their big toe at all. And like I said, it's just gonna disengage this inside part of your quad here. So let's look at the other side of this when we're overly in. This is a little bit more common. What you can see here is my heel is out, the top of my ankle is in. My knees are knocked together. This is super common in runners when you're running and then your knees come in on every single rep. That can create a lot of wear and tear on the inside part of your knee, leading to osteoarthritis. Anyways, continuing on. So from here, you can see internally rotated femurs, and then we're gonna have an anterior pelvic tilt to compensate for this. This not only disengages our glutes, but it makes it really hard to get your core engaged. So moral of the story is, all of these details aside, what we wanna do is we wanna have a neutral foot, because that's gonna set up the rest of our body to be able to use our muscles the best way that we can. So a really good way to do this, and I'll just kick my shoe off here to show you, is we want to have 3 points of contact from our foot at all times on our working feet. So base of our big toe here, base of our little toe, and the heel. From here, those 3 points are in contact. We want to use the muscles in our feet to kind of grip the floor here, and that's going to create a nice supported arch. So from here, I'm going to show you a lunge with my foot active versus not active, and you're going to see the difference. So here's a lunge with my foot active. You can see I have a nice neutral ankle the whole time. My arch isn't collapsing as I'm going into my lunge, and I'm nice and balanced. Now I'm gonna just let my foot be relaxed here. You can see my knee is gonna be kind of caving inwards a little bit. My arch is collapsing. I'm not balancing as well. We're just not gonna be using our muscles the way that we want to. In this video, we looked at shoes, we looked at how to create a nice stable foot and ankle. So why don't you go ahead, give barefoot training a try. Almost all of our clients at Vegas here, they learn how to lift without shoes on, and guess what? It's free. So thanks for listening, everybody. In our next video, we're gonna try and take this to the next level. We're gonna do a little bit of strengthening of our feet, and it should be pretty good. So.